Go for it.
Hi.
Hello. I always shoot on film, and the rolls of films in the camera are 3-minute longs, and there's no sound. So what I love is that also every time I press the button record is very exciting because it's very short and precious, and it's very much a way of thinking for me because I don't think of the sound. I really think of the image and the person I'm filming, and of course I don't see the result because it's filmed, so I focus really on what I want to see is what I shoot, and not post-editing or checking in the camera on a viewer or anything. So it does create a rhythm, a sort of musicality of filming, and very physical way of filming also for me. So it's all about memory and the very intense moment when I shoot. And I really need that in relationship to the objects of people or situation I'm filming. It's become very much part of me. The sound separated from the image is not, at first when I started, an act of love in terms of thinking, but it's about the technical possibility of the camera and filming on film, the fact that there's no crew, I'm just alone, and the intimacy between me and the character is very much my relationship, so there's no other people recording sound. Of course, I put often like a witness sound put there, so you hear the camera. It's very hard to use, but it's a memory sound. And it does create this rhythm of a lot of work in the post-editing. The sound is to invent in terms, I have stories. I also record the sound of the environment from each characters, their record collections, and sounds that we talk about that they like. For example, Felix Cubin, does he likes industrial sounds, or does he likes humid sounds, colorful sounds, loud sounds, very thin sounds, delicate sounds? So I'm searching always for the sound that is representing the character I'm filming, because sound is so important. And then I also do Foley's art, where I create sounds. And then on the post-production, when I'm editing, it's a collage to create a world that is the person's world, but also very much what I imagine the person is or want to put the person into. Because the sound creates so many emotions that we always forget about. And I'm not so interested in reproducing what, playing with reality all the time. I'm interested in what I felt about the person. I always try to capture is the emotion. And the emotion can always go from a detail from the skin, from a gesture, from a laugh, from an object. It really is searching what is the emotion at that moment from the environment or the person, and often the person. It takes time to create connection because in order to be comfortable and to have free spirits to play and to find the emotion and to find pleasure and the intensity that it means to make a film and to be at the moment filming, it's about time. It's about learning to know each other, to take time by eating, talking, knowing, respecting the other one and the rhythm. And then you know when it's time to shoot. So it's not something you can describe, it's something you can feel. I guess I'm like from another planet, but Because I didn't go to film school, I also had to create my own, learn on my own what was right for me. And I think the camera taught me something, life taught me something, a certain milieu, and it was the milieu of the avant-garde, underground film, with no money. So no money means time, because there's no rush for production, there's no rush for a festival or money to be paid or anything. So that's how I learned, and I think it really gave me a lesson that, of course, I'm only many years later able to talk about, because first it was very unconscious. It was how it felt. But that rhythm, I'm very fast in my head, so it's really nice to be slow in the process. But I think, like everything, also time gives you stories. And sometimes it's really about the collaboration that things happen. For me, at least, sometimes it's great to do things really shortly, and I really hope my next film will not be 17 years. But, you know, they breathe their lives. They have to be free to be what they become. Two things is that the rhythm and the musicality is because of collage, and I think collage is because of this kind of camera also that gives a rhythm of imagery, the way you approach time, but it's also the fact that by collage you collage sound. That's how I learned, and I used to paint and do collage, so there's something about a rhythm that you have to find by collaging, and the collage can be slow for some people. I'm a little bit hyper, and I think my rhythm is quite fast, with abrupt rhythm and then slow down, breathe, like breathing or like music. It just, it's like a dance. And sometimes I wish I could do very slow, long shots, but I'm not. My body is always in movement, and it's quite fast. So I can't go against my rhythm also.